Alicia is with us in Texas. Hi, Alicia. How are you? I must have missed the button. Let me try it again. There it is. Hey, Alicia. How are you?
Am I here now?
There you are now. How can I help?
All right. Well, my mom died in May.
I'm sorry.
And thank you. My father passed away about 9 years ago, and he left money to her, and now she has left money to me and my 3 siblings.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to her death, I'm the executor of her estate. I have also just been granted guardianship by the state of my 30-year-old brother, and both his person and his estate, the money that my mother has left him. And I'm going through a divorce.
Wow, what a year.
Oh, yeah.
Is your brother disabled?
He has been found incapacitated due to addiction issues and mental health issues.
Wow, how challenging. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
How old is he?
30.
Okay. Does he work now, or is he?
He has never had a job.
Okay. And so how much was the inheritance?
So far in beneficiary payments, we've each received about $300,000.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be more after I settle her estate.
To the tune of
year.
what?
Oh, we're not exactly sure, but it'll probably be another 50 to each of us.
Okay, so
And
he'll have $350,000 in his name that you're to manage for his good.
Correct.
Meanwhile, you've got.
We've already.
Go ahead.
Sorry, we've already put $200,000 in safekeeping, so I only have access to $100,000, but that's going toward rehab and things like that right now.
Okay, so safekeeping, what does that mean?
Since I have to be bonded by the courts for the amount of money that I can manage, and so since we don't want, nobody wants me to go buy a Ferrari. I don't want a Ferrari, but they put it under seal basically with the bank so that nobody can touch that money without a court order. But we are filing motions to be able to invest that money.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So your mother trusted you to manage it for the good of your brother, but the court didn't?
No. She had said that if she passed before he was 30, then a trust would be set up for the proceeds of her estate, but beneficiary payments are outside of the estate. So the courts are now, I am now his guardian as of 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I'm only want access to a portion of it for now. The rest of it is just set aside.
Well,
for later.
I just would want it invested for his good.
It will be. We're working on that.
All right.
It takes the court order.
Sticking it in a bank and calling it safe doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, that's not what's happening at all.
Okay, you said safekeeping and it was in a bank. I didn't know. So.
I didn't know these legal terms either. But it's a safekeeping order so that I only have access to a certain portion of it, and the rest of it is going to be invested
per your direction
for later on.
It's invested per your direction.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. It will be.
All right. Anyway, so how can I help?
Well, I think I've got him pretty much set. I'm going to diversify him in 4 ways, and I'm going to take court orders out, as I need them, as I spend money for his care and health concerns. And then there's me. I'm going through a divorce. My husband has left the home. I have 2 children, and I have money now too. And I want to make good decisions with it, and I can't even breathe at this point.
I can imagine.
With all that's gone on.
I can imagine. Okay. So, do you have a career?
I did. Right now, I do not. 2 years ago, I closed down my business because I had 4 surgeries that, one problem after another.
How old are you?
For surgeries. 40.
What are you going to do with your life?
I don't know yet. Right now, I'm going to get through this next 6 months.
Okay. You need to have a plan because $350,000 is going to be gone in about 20 seconds if you don't have a plan.
Oh, I have better plans than that.
Okay. All right. Because if we can create, to the extent you can create an income and child support to take care of your children.
Yep.
To the extent that there's enough money to do that, you don't have to touch this 350.
That's my plan.
Yeah. Then you can invest it and let it grow, and use it for some wise things. To the extent you have to use it to live on, it's going to burn fairly quickly. Right. If it were invested at 10%, it would create $35,000 a year, right?
Exactly.
And that's still not probably enough to live on the way you're used to living. So that's your process. In the midst of you being overwhelmed and having an incredible pile of things to emotionally walk through and deal with, bless your heart. I mean, you really got your plate full, kiddo. In the midst of all of that, you got to get a cup of coffee and an open Bible, sit on the back patio and go, okay, God, what do you want me to do 10 years from now? I'd like to kind of start walking towards the light.
Exactly. So, I mean, I plan, because I don't have a current job, I plan to pay off my house.
How much is owed on it?
In the divorce settlement. It'll be about $95.
Okay. All right, that's not bad.
Worth $240.
Okay. And then you got to create. You got to create an income to live on. I
do, and I will.
Yep.
I'll probably start another business.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got to allocate that money out. But the point is, the thing that kills people is not the stress; it's the not knowing that'll drive you bonkers. Ambivalence is harder than challenges. And so that's what I'm trying to walk with you through here in our discussion is if you'll get some things where you know what to do, what your next 3 steps are on these different issues, whether it's the divorce, the grieving of your mom's passing, the dealing with your brother's situation, the dealing with your career, what are your next 3 steps? What are your next 4 steps? And begin to take them. Your stress starts to melt away. But even if it's hard, it's easier because you know. You got to know.